Guys, here we are, the first video of lesson 6. And as you can see, we're going to be looking at some word problems. So what we're working on in lesson 6 is converting among whole number amounts within metric measurement system to solve problems. So basically, we're using metrics to solve problems. Let's get a little bit more light here. Yeah, lighting's not great. Okay. It's all right. There we go. All right, so here we have a problem in front of us, and it is on page 53 in your book at the magnifying glass 6. Okay, so please go there and follow along as we work on this problem. We are using the read, draw, write method, so that means we're going to read it. We're probably going to read it a couple times. We're going to draw what we can from the problem, and we're going to think about what the drawing is showing us. We're going to write number sentences or equations, and we are going to write a statement to answer the problem, because we always have a sentence. Whenever we have a word problem, we always answer in words. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Sasha has 6 meters, 4 centimeters of ribbon. She plans to divide the ribbon equally to wrap 8 gifts that are the same size. How many centimeters of ribbon should Sasha cut for each gift? Okay, so let's make sure that we know what we're talking about here. We are talking about ribbon, right, on a gift. So let's just Google an image here, and here's a great picture, something like this, right? So we're putting ribbon on a gift, and we have a certain amount of ribbon. We have 6 meters, 40 centimeters, and we're going to wrap 8 gifts of the same size. And the question is, how many centimeters of ribbon should we cut? Okay, so we already read it 2 times. You have it right in front of you. You can read it anytime you want, or pause me and read it again. But let's think about what we can draw here. All right, what could we draw? Well, we already had our picture, right? So we don't really need to draw the packages and the ribbon. What if we drew a tape diagram? And you could draw yours on your book, the same as mine. I think that's pretty good. Little tape diagram there. Sasha has 6 meters, 40 centimeters of ribbon. So I don't know if you've learned to make one of these before, but there's a little thing there. It has a name. I can't think of it right now, but that means that our ribbon that we drew is 6 meters, 40 centimeters long. Okay, so we're putting our measurement on the whole piece of ribbon. All right. Now, it says that she's going to try and wrap 8 gifts. So what if we partition our ribbon into 8 sections? And these should be 8 equal sections, but since, I'm drawing it freehand, we could do like half, right? And then each of those into halves. All right, so sorry, I was interrupted. So let me just get back to where we were here. We were dividing this into 8 parts, and I was saying that the 8 parts don't have to be perfect, but if you want them to be kind of close to perfect, you can divide it in half and divide each of your halves in half. So that would make 4 parts, and then divide each of those into halves again. So then you have 4 parts on this side and 4 parts on that side. So that's 8 parts, but they don't have to be perfect. We just assuming that they're equal, because we're looking at equal, right, amounts of ribbon to wrap 8 gifts. Okay, so what does each part represent? We divided it into each part, 8 parts, and how much does each part represent? This is the amount needed to wrap 1 gift. Okay, so we got to make sure we understand what we're drawing and why we're drawing it. Okay, so have we learned any new information? Let's read it one more time and see what else we need here. Sasha has 6 meters and 40 centimeters of ribbon. She plans to divide the ribbon equally to wrap 8 gifts that are the same size. How many centimeters of ribbon should Sasha cut for each gift? Okay, so cutting it in equal parts, and the total is in meters and centimeters. When we learn new information, we can revise or add to our model. What if we changed this to all centimeters because the answer is in centimeters? How many centimeters of ribbon should she cut for each gift? But we have meters and centimeters, right? So how many centimeters is 6 meters and 40 centimeters? All right, let's pick up a different color here. All right, then let's write it up here. You are writing this in your book, so make sure that you are putting it there. 6 meters and 40 centimeters. Now we're going to change this all into centimeters, but the 40 centimeters is already in centimeters, right? So we just need to change our 6 meters into centimeters. So 6 meters is the same as 6 times 1 meter, right? That's what we worked on in lesson 5, just expanding this out. And then 6 times how many centimeters are in 1 meter, because we're converting it to centimeters. So these two measurements are going to be equal, but they have different units, right? So 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. So 6 meters is equal to 600 centimeters. And then we have those 40 centimeters that we put on the side that we can add on. So 640, let's just put a little equal here, 640 centimeters. Okay, that works so far. Now, what is the question asking us to find? How many centimeters of ribbon should Sasha cut for each gift? So we're trying to figure out the length of one of these parts, right? Sorry, that's supposed to be an X. One of these parts, we could color it in. Yeah, the length of one that we need for each gift. Each means one. Yes? Okay, so let's show what we need to do here. Right? So we have 640. How many parts are we breaking it into? 8 parts, right? So that would be 640 divided by 8. Okay? And think about what we know about division. Here we have 64 and 8. Do you know a fact family that has 64 and 8 in it? Hopefully you do. Okay. How about 8 times 8 is 64, right? So if 8 times 8 is 64, then 64 divided by 8 is equal to 8, right? Okay, so 640 divided by 8 is 8, and we have a 0, 80. Okay, so how much ribbon does she have for each? Sorry, trying to get my timer going. How much ribbon does she have for each gift? She has 80 centimeters. Okay, and remember that anytime we have word problems, we are going to write our answer in words. And so we're going to say, Sasha needs 80 cm, or you could say of ribbon for each gift, but I don't have a lot of time to write that out. Make sure that you have some kind of a sentence to answer the question. All right, excellent job. We're going to go on to the next question in the next video, so we'll see you there. Thank you for all your hard work. Aloha.